Hey guys, Analog here with another late night deck profile, and as you can see from the title, we are looking at security control, specifically one that got me second place. Honestly, I actually saw this profile by accident on Facebook, specifically on the Digimon TCG group. Shout out to whoever posted that. I completely misplaced your name. My bad. If you're watching this, let me know and I'll credit you honestly because this deck was honestly really amazing. Um, at locals today, I played. Let's see, I played against Gallantmon. I played against War Greymon and then Red Hybrid. Only losing to Red Hybrid in Game 3, which was really insane. The only reason I really even lost was specifically because I just didn't see my level 6. If I had, it would have honestly changed the game a bit. But aside from that, the deck is just really crazy. Just how much like DP reduction and crazy stuff you do. It's more like based around yellow, but at the same time it still runs like white. It runs like all these other crazy cards, like especially one card I've never seen any other deck play except for security control. But yeah, let's actually get into deck profile so you can see what I mean. So for the eggs, we are running 4 Mother Reaper. This is just there to basically set up the Gatekeepers, which we do run in this deck to help us heal. We also run a specific new option card from BT12. It's called, was it Heaven's Judgment? It's so good because the cool thing is that your main level 6 is a dual color, and as of this recording, the ruling on it is very weird, but basically what happens is that it activates the minus 6,000 immediately, but then it does another minus 6,000 for every color on the field. So if you have a dual color and Mother Reaper, you go 6,000 and then you do 6,000 three more times. So you're basically doing 24,000 minus if you end up actually having that go off, which is really insane. Like, meaning you can basically get rid of almost any Digimon. Even War Greymon has a hard time against it. They have to go above 24,000. And the level 6 I'm talking about specifically is Dark Seraphi, where he just does, like, he can also minus DP when he dies. So even War Greymon has a tough time. So yeah, we run the 4 Mother Reapers because just to set up all those, and we do run a few white option cards. I may end up replacing one of them, but the other one was just really solid. It helps white boards basically. The only downside is that it's 8 costs, but if you set up right, it shouldn't really hurt you that much. I've actually hard played Dark Seraphi most of the time to win, so this is really crazy. But yeah, we don't run any level 3s, but we do run level 4s. We run 4 Cordramon because we do want to draw. This guy's really cool to put back in security because then it helps you just... It's basically your main draw engine at the moment. And yeah, then we run 1 Kaze because we can hybrid up into our other level 5, which in this case is Shukomon, the Jogress one, which helps us heal. And then we run 1 Sneemon. Honestly, I might be taking out this Sneemon because it's good, but it just never came up. It never came up in security. It never came up like just in play. I might end up just changing this to another Dark Seraphi because I honestly wanted that more than this. And yeah, that's all the level 4s we run. We only run 6. For level 5s, we of course run the 4 Magna Angemons because this deck likes to heal, and this helps you evolve up into your level 6 really easily, especially if your opponent has just basically gone first. They pass you to 3, hard play, heal, next turn evolve into Dark Seraphi, and you basically just start de-digivolving them. Then we run, of course, as I mentioned, 2 Shakuamon. Shakuamon is really good. The fact that it just heals if you have 5 or less, so you're automatically guaranteed that. And of course, being yellow, it allows you to evolve into your level 6 as well, so really solid. And yeah, that's basically all the level 5s we have. We run a very small number because most of the deck, of course, being security control, is mostly options. For level 6, of course, the new addition, honestly, is Shadow Seraphimon. This guy is amazing. He's honestly like the reason I think security control even got any tops in the OCG. So for anybody that doesn't know what he does, of course he's black yellow, which is really cool. He evolves for 4, but he can evolve on top of a Seraphimon for 1 cost, which is really cool if you're running angels. But the cool thing about him is his 2 really disgusting effects. So on your opponent's turn, when a card is removed from your security stat, de-digivolve 1. But it doesn't say once per turn. So specifically because of that, if your opponent is, let's say, playing red or green or something like that, they basically get de-digivolved multiple times. If they're checking two security, they get de-digivolved twice. Every time a security is removed, they get de-digivolved. So you, basically, if they decide to try to do multi-hits, they end up hurting themselves in the process. And then even if they like go to attack, the best play to set up with this deck is to heal and then evolve into this. And then that way you have 6 security, and then if they swing in, his on deletion will activate. On deletion, he does recovery +1. And then once that happens, then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP for the turn for each card in your security stack. So if you have 6 or more, anything in the game basically dies from him, because 4,000 times 6 is already 24,000. So if you have any more than that, it's just gone. And the fact that this basically helps, it helps you recover and it takes out something along the way is really strong. It's honestly why this deck was so powerful against War Greymon in my play. And then same with Gallantmon. Gallantmon just could not get past it. Even if it deleted it, it would hurt itself in the process, because I would always manage to basically heal enough to the point where I could do a lot of DP damage to it. So really strong. You have to run 3. I am planning to take out maybe the Sneemon to fit in one more, because this card is just way too good to not have 4 copies. And yeah, then for the other like big card in the deck, I usually put this with my level 6s. So yeah, we run the non-level Gatekeeper, which is really strong. It does suck that you have to play it for 11 sometimes, but usually it's in your security, and if you have Mother Reaper art, you're basically guaranteed to get that heal. And of course, being a 10,000 body, it helps you kind of get rid of, like, if your opponent decides to rookie rush you, you can swing with this and kill all their rookies if you have multiples. So really strong. Yeah, and you have to run 4, because that way you could continuously heal over and over. And yeah, that's basically all the level 6s and non-levels of the deck. For level 7s, we actually have a lot. I might actually cut this down by 1, because specifically I want to run Quartz, because it actually would have honestly helped against my Red Hybrid matchup. So yeah, we're running 4 Zwart Defeats. Zwart Defeat is, of course, being a security Digimon, he can play himself out. When he dies, he deletes something. And then when Digivolving, he pops Tamers, so it helps you kill Tamer decks a little bit, which is really cool. Then we run 3 Def X, because it helps us maintain the board and stop them from swarming us, basically, especially against Bloomlordmon. This guy is really crucial. And then we're running 2 Alter Bees, because we use this to evolve on top of Zwart, and even better if on top of Seraphi with Zwart on top, you basically get to delete 2 of their Tamers while de-digivolving and popping and stuff and all that crazy stuff. So Alter Bee is really solid in this deck. You can even evolve it on Seraphi to just do the de-digivolve, so really strong. And yeah, that's basically all the Digimon of the deck. The rest of the deck is mainly just options and Tamers. So yeah, let's just get into that, because we got a bunch. First off, 4 Holy Waves. Holy Wave's still standard in security control. Really solid card. Amazing card still, especially when they don't have anything to negate options. You basically just keep healing and they can't do anything. And then the new card, Heaven's Judgment. This card is honestly really busted. In security, it just does minus 12,000. But as I mentioned, for every color you have, you get an additional 6,000. So if you already have it, it does the initial 6,000, and then for each color your Digimon have, activate it again. So it's basically like Shine Greymon, where it goes hit that, hit that, hit that, and you get to choose the target, basically. So no matter what, if you have 3 colors already on board with this and the Mother Reaper, you're guaranteed to get minus 24. Or yeah, basically it's just how it works, how this card stacks, or the wording. It's just really insane. So yeah, you run at least 3. Then we run 2 Tactical Retreats. I feel like bumping this up maybe 1 more, because since we have so many security Digimon now, I feel like there were times where I could have put it back in there to heal, and then it would have helped me heal again next turn. So really solid. I feel like maybe adding 1 more. Then 1 Reinforced Memory Boost, because this card is still one of the best yellow option cards ever. You know, it sucks it's still at 1. I really wish it could go back to 2, honestly. It'd be really great. But yeah. Then we run something that most people have never seen almost, 3 X Program. X Program was a card that came out all the way back in BT9, but almost nobody used it. This card basically, for anybody that doesn't know what it does, because it literally, like, I've never seen anybody use it except for security control. While you have a Digimon with Dex or Def X, you can play this card without meeting its color requirements, which doesn't matter because we're running Mother Reaper. And then its main, delete one Digimon without X antibody in its traits. If there are 3 or more Digimon in play, delete all Digimon without X antibody in their traits, and then in security, delete something without X antibody. So if you go against a deck that's not using any X antibody, you're basically guaranteed to pop it with this and wipe their board too. Against X antibody decks, you just kind of have it, but you just kind of not use it in your hand and just kind of chill basically. It really sucks when you go against like War Greymon because they do have X stuff sometimes. Same with Gallant, but usually you should be able to get away with it with Heaven's Judgment to pop them, or use Ward Defeat, or use other stuff to basically stop them. So it's not too bad. Then we run one all delete. This is also another card I'm thinking of taking out because in security it doesn't really do anything, and you always need an Omni for this. So I feel like it's not as good. It's decent, but I feel like it'd be better to fit in maybe like the other Dark Seraphim, maybe taking this out or taking out Sneemon or just adding stuff in, just something else aside from this. But for now, I mean, I didn't even really use it during the tournament, so it's okay. It's just there in case. Then for Tamers, we of course run 3 TK because it helps us look at our security and it helps us heal to kind of set up more stacking basically. Then we have 3 Karis. Kari, of course, giving us a memory when we heal is really strong, so you basically pass with Magna Angemon, putting them exactly to 3 every time if this is on the board. And then 2 TK and Karis because, people are going to be checking our security once they see that it's security control. So this will help us boost and then just kind of pass them for as little memory as possible. And of course, if we're swinging with Shadow Seraphi, we can minus 1000 on a Digimon, which can actually help us take out certain Digimon sometimes. So really cool. And yeah, this deck, this is the deck. This deck is really crazy. At first looking at it, it was kind of wonky with how many, like, you see that we're running this many level 7s. I was like, I'm bricking a lot. It's doing kind of weird. But then once it starts going and you set up Dark Seraphi and you get your first heal, that's when the deck just gets disgusting because anytime they try to check you, they're gonna get hurt no matter what. That's the crazy part, is that they think they're gonna be able to get away with multiple security checks. They will not. And even if they're like, oh, I'll take out Shadow Seraphi, not happening. You're getting minus 24,000 and it heals too at the same time. So really strong. Then at the same time, also the fact that it de-digivolves and it stacks too, so if they decide not to target it and just go for security, they still get punished for it. And then next turn you can punish them with Zord Defeat and then Alter B, which is really crazy. Just how insane this deck is. Yeah, I honestly, like, I would highly recommend trying this out and changing it to fit you because even I'm planning to change it. I'm planning to take out the Sneemon, maybe take out one Def X, and taking out all delete to fit in some other stuff. Possibly another Shadow Seraphi, and then adding in Quartzmon into the build because Quartzmon would really hurt a lot of Tamer Reliant decks. And yeah, it's just really crazy just how good this deck is, honestly. Like, and even like against Crossheart or a Cross Hunter specifically, I mean, if you get your guy tucked underneath, it's like, okay, cool. I mean, you just wasted your memory to do that, and then they just hit into Gatekeeper, and you go like, okay, whatever, man. And then you just hard play another Shadow Seraphi, and then they just get de-digivolve when they swing in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So it's just how cool, like, this deck, like, it on paper it doesn't look like it would work, but then it does, and you go, okay, that's how it works, and it's just really crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to get this deck profile out. I know I haven't really posted any security control deck in like the longest time, but I just really wanted to put this out because this deck is really fun. Like, it's just insane how crazy it is. And yeah, thanks for watching, and as usual, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time for another deck profile.